Let's do 1.3, which is problem solving. In this section, you will learn how to solve problems using the four-step process of problem solving. Let's recall some unit rates. So a unit rate is whenever you have one unit over another, and then you can reduce it down and express it with the denominator 1, so you can put per. So if we have 42 roses for every 24 vases, then we could write it like this: 42 roses over 2 bases. And you can simplify this down by dividing. 42 divided by 2 is 21. So it's 22 roses. I should put roses there. And 1 vase. So if it's per 1, you'd say 21 roses per vase. What about if we have units of measure? What you can do is you can simplify it down and use the smaller measurement unit. So this is what we're given, 36 inches to 13 feet. Well, 36 inches is going to be 3 feet. If it works out like that, then we can leave it like that. If it doesn't give you a whole number, then you're going to have to go to the opposite way. I'll show you the two. So 3 feet over 13 feet. So then we can just reduce it to 3 over 13. But if it doesn't work out to where it's a whole number, then you're going to have to go the opposite way. So we would need to do 13 times 12, which would give us 156. So we'd say 36 inches to 156 inches. Then we'd have to reduce that down. We could divide it by 12. So you could have divided it by 2, by 3, by 4, just to get it down. But this is the largest number that they can both go into. They can go into both. There we go. So it'd be 3 over 13. So see how it comes out the same way, whether you go and convert these inches to feet or these feet to inches. Okay. Let's talk about Polya's four-step process for problem solving. So step 1 is understand the problem. Step 2 is devise a plan. Step 3 is carry out the plan and solve the problem. Step 4 is look back and check your answer. So this process makes it possible to obtain answers to problems when all necessary pieces of information are given. So here's a little bit more information. This one's not printed out. So to understand the problem, you're going to read it. You're going to not just read it one time, you're going to read it multiple times. And then after you read it a couple of times, you can start writing down information that's given so that you know exactly what you have and exactly what you're asked to find. Then you can devise a plan. Here are different ways that you can solve. So use a pattern, make a list or table, use some estimation, check, guess, problems, condition, work backwards. Try expressing it into a more simple problem and solve a simple problem, or use trial and error. You can also list the given information in a chart or table, make a sketch or diagram, relate the problem to a similar problem, something that you've used before. Look for a catch if the answer seems too obvious. Usually that happens. Use the given information to limit possibilities or use common sense. After you decide what process you're going to use to solve it, then you're going to carry out that plan and solve. Make sure you always look back and make sure it makes sense. Make sure it truly satisfies all the conditions of the problem. And if you can look for a different way to solve it to see if you get the same answer. So with Polya's problem, you have to have all the information that is necessary to solve it. Sometimes you don't have the information. Sometimes it's missing. So let's read this example. It says a man purchased 5 shirts, each at the same discounted price. How much did he pay for them? Well, it says each purchased 5 shirts. They're all the same price. It's asking how much for them. Well, we can't find out how much for them unless we know what the discounted price is. So the missing information, price per shirt. If we don't know that, we can't find the total price. Let's solve a problem that has all the given information that we need. By paying $100 cash up front and the balance at $20 a week, how long will it take to pay a bicycle costing $680? All right, so let's see. He paid $100 cash up front. He paid $20 a week. We want to know how much it'll cost for $680. So if he does 100 up front, then we would need to take $680 and subtract the 100. So that leaves us with $580 to pay. And we're paying $20 per week. So to find out how many weeks, how long will it take, we're going to take that 580 and we're going to divide it by 20. So you can use a calculator on this stuff. 580 divided by 20. So 29. So it's 29. But then since this is a word problem, we have to think of it in terms of words. 29 what? So I'm going to reread it. By paying $100 cash up front, balance at $20 a week, how long will it take to pay for a bicycle costing $680? So how long will it take? Well, we're paying it by the weeks, so it'll take 29 weeks. So if we want to write this in words, we'll put it will take 29 weeks to pay off the bike. Okay, let's go to the next one. You have $275 to spend and you need to purchase 4 new tires. If each tire weighs 21 pounds and costs $48 plus $275 tax, how much money will you have left after buying the tires? So we read it once. Now let's read it and underline important information. So you have $275 to spend. That's what you have. You need to purchase 4 new tires. Each tire weighs 21 pounds and costs $448 plus $275 tax. So do we care about pounds? No. But the tire costs $48 plus $275 tax. So how much does each tire cost? $48 plus the $275. If we add that together, that's $50.75. Each tire, right? And we need 4. So we need to do the $50.75 times 4. $203. So that's not answering the question. That's answering how much total the tires are, total cost, right? So now we need to answer the question, how much money will you have left after buying the tires? So how much will you have left over after buying it? Well, you have 275, so we need to subtract. It's going to be $72. So we need to write it in words. You will have 72 left. Okay. One person earns $61,000 per year. Another one earns $4,850 per month. How much more does the first person earn in a year than the second? So we need to find in a year. So one person earns 61,000. Another person earns 4,850 per month. So we're in two different measures. So the first person is 61,000 per year. Second person is 4,850 per month. We want to compare them. How much more does the first person earn in a year than the second? So you have to get them in the same unit of measure. So our unit of measure is years. So in order to find it per year, we multiply this by how many months there are. 12. So 58,200 per year is the second person. So how much more? We're going to need to subtract this. $1,800. So then we need to answer our question in words. So it says, how much more does the first person earn in a year than the second? The first person earns $2,800 more than the second person in a year. Okay. All right, the last problem. What is a better value? So this is something that a lot of us use all the time. You look and see, is it better to buy the big pack of cereal or the smaller pack, smaller box? So what we need to do is do price per ounce. So money over ounces. So the first one is $3.47 for 24. The second one is $3.07 for 15.3. When you divide it, we want to get it where you have 1 ounce on bottom, and that's going to get you blank per ounce. And that way you can compare them. 347 divided by 24. And we're going to round it to the nearest penny. 144, so that 4 is going to let it rest. Okay. Divide the other one. 0.2, the 0 is going to let it rest as well. So what this gives us is, this is 14 cents per ounce or 20 cents per ounce. Which one is the better buy? This would be the better buy because it's cheaper per ounce. That is it for these guys.